another live stream. This is going to be like a Mother's Day tribute for real. This is not really a hard day for me, but it's really a good day because I actually want to send a tribute, to all the mothers out here today. I definitely want to send a shout out, to my mom who's in the ancestral realm. I definitely want to send a lot of love, to my mother and my grandmother, my two mothers that were very true on blessing in my life and stuff like that. And I actually want to honor them today. Hey, Georgetta, yeah, I just want to send to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Hey, Clarissa, hey, Daryl Giles. Yes, I actually want to say thanks to my grandmother and my mother. My grandmother, Lula Mae Stovall, my mom, Francine Stovall. I definitely want to say thank you for all the work that you did for me while I was here. While y'all were here, alive on this plane of existence. I want to say thank you for my grandmother for birthing my mother. Hey, Islam Moore, what's up, Noble? What's up, Nuff? Hey, Davida Braxton, I want to send a shout out to my grandmother for birthing my mother so my mother can give birth to me. I definitely will say, me and Nook, we talked about it because we both lost our mothers, but we know our mothers, they still around us and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to be playing some Luther Vandross today, for my mom and stuff like that to keep the memories alive. She loved herself some Luther and Barry White. Hey, Shelly the Goddess. Hey, Black Travel Brogy, happy Mother's Day. My mom, she was like I said, man, she did the best of what she had, man. Her and my grandmother, man, I really do miss both of them so much because I miss seeing them happy and seeing them smile, man, and just seeing, man, I really do miss their love in a physical form. I'm sorry to hear that, Clarissa. Peace and blessings. Peace be upon to your mother. She loved Luther as well, like my mother. If there ain't any tears, it's just tears of joy because I do miss them in a physical form because I had such a close relationship with my mother, my grandmother, man, and I do really miss them. I definitely miss all of their wisdom, their beautiful smile. I miss seeing my grandmother playing on her piano. My mom and them, they might have came up in the church, but they were more spiritual than anything. A mother's love for her child goes so deep, man. Oh man, it just oh man, it can get a little hard sometimes. It's just the fact, that I miss them, so much. Just having, having their wisdom. Hey, General Mosquito, having their wisdom. Just getting the hugs and the love from them. It's sorry to hear that, Black Trevor Brokey. It gets a little hard sometimes because I miss having that love from them, being able to talk to them sometimes and just I know they proud of me and stuff like that, for what I've been doing. It just get hard sometimes because when you have such a close relationship with them, man, it hits different. It's tears of joy because I'm just glad because the kind of women that I had in my life, man, like them to raise me, it just you just miss, I'm saying, the love and the talks and the deepness, man, that unconditional love, man, that a lot of us struggle, to try to find it in the world, man. Thank you, Black Trevor Borgie. Yeah, I feel your tears, like I said, I mean, it's tears of joy, it's not pain, it's just I'm just glad I had the kind of mothers that I had in my life, man, that raised me the best way they can. Just having that wisdom, all the things that they told me when I was growing up, it all came to light, man. Having somebody that love you, that nurture you, I'm celebrating her, man, because I'm celebrating both of them. And to all the mothers out there, because we need to have great mothers, with a support system. That support system at times, sometimes it's, you just want to vent that because it just, at times, man, when you don't have your mother and stuff like that, man. You know, you have that undeniable love, man. You know, my mom, she might not have had the best education, but she had a lot of wisdom. That's the difference. She had a lot of wisdom, and that was the greatest thing above all the education. Her and my grandmother, and I know they there, but I remember the times where I used to listen to my mother, my grandmother, man, like I'm praying for you all the time. You know, and that was the beautiful thing that I had about my mother, my grandmother. They was always praying for me. And I just, miss at times just hugging them and they telling me, I'm praying for you, I love you, I miss you. And I'm crying because I know they proud of me. I lost my mother 2010. I lost my grandmother 2013. And it was, I took it real hard, losing them. But I knew that their work was done, because they dropped some things to me before they left. My mother dropped a lot of things to me before I left, and at times it was hard for me because I felt like I failed her, but I know I'm not failing her now because this is what she would want me to be doing, as well as my grandmother. Been working on my music. My grandmother was a musician. Hey, man, and I was a musician in the church, so it made them so happy and proud that I was doing those things, and I know they're happy and proud for what I'm doing right now. It's just that, I just miss seeing they smile and their love and their hug, man. And I'm just crying because I just thank them for everything what they have done, to help, me to become the good man. I just miss them, sitting me down, just talking with me, having the conversation, going out with my mom and stuff like that, teaching me things about women and stuff like that, how to love women, how to talk to women, cater to women, and even also my grandmother, just giving me that. I miss those times, and all of the things that they gave me, I cherish it even more because they was preparing me for all the things that I'm seeing. Hey, Lamont Ace, peace, brother. These tears are washing away a lot of pain as well because I try to vent these things. These are the times that I vent, man, because I think I really thank them for all the good things that they did for me. My mother, my grandmother, they were very supportive, man, in pushing me in the best way they knew how. I just miss them, man, just praying for me. And tell me, Brandon, like, you going to be a good young man growing up, man. I remember as a child, man, seeing the undeniable love. My grandmother always told me, you're my favorite grandson. My mom, man, I just miss, man, them good Sunday dinners. I miss watching the Ravens game with her. I cherish those times. Watching, you know what I'm saying? I miss hearing her listen to Luther Vandross, man. That was a pride of her joy. Listen to Luther, that was a boy. And listen to Barry White, Teddy Pendergrass. I miss her playing that. My mother would slow dance with me and show me how to slow dance. And I can see it vividly. Because she loved me to death. She loved me to death, man. And just, she would show me things, man. She slow dance with me, man. She would talk to me about things, and I would see my mother in the room. She would be smiling and crying, listen to her Luther. Because that was so much to her, meant so much that was a pride of her joy. And I miss her, man. I'll be in my room bumping to Nas, and she will be singing the lyrics. She will be singing the lyrics right along with me. And I miss those times. I'll be as a child, listen, if this world but mine, if this world but mine by Luther Vandross, man, I would just be here. She would just be in there. That was her pride and her joy. I'm not sad, it's tears of joy. I just miss a lot of those times. But I thank her for those times. And I just miss her. You know, I grew up listening to Luther. She grew up listening to Nas with me. She loved Nas and Biggie. You know, all the rappers I bumped to, man. Like, those times I cherish. It might have had the foul lamest, but she loved it, man. She loved listening to Nas, Life's a Bitch. The world is yours. You know, I miss those times, man. You know, we listened to each other's music, man. She slow danced with me, talked to me, showed me this is how you slow dance with a woman. You know, listen to Barry White. She loved Luther and Barry White. She loved Luther and Barry. And oh man, thank you, Aisha. You know, growing up, man, listen to Nas, and you know what I mean, coming home from church to them Sunday dinners she cooking, and we all in there watching the Ravens. You know, I really miss those times a lot, man. Those were the times that I cherish, man. We be sitting there watching the Ravens game, screaming at the TV. And actually got her involved in the watching MMA. We used to watch UFC together. We had a real tight-knit relationship, man. It was close. You know, we be sitting there watching mixed martial arts cage fighting. Watching people beat the shit out of each other. You know, it feels good. It feels good. It really feels good. You know, to think about that. You know, and also just receiving wisdom, man, just from her, my grandmother, man. You know, receiving wisdom from my mother and my grandmother. I loved them, man. I was really tight, man. And by me talking about them, keeping the memories, man, is cleansing my soul right now. And those tears of joy. It's not me being sad. It's also cleansing the soul, because those tears got to be released, because it definitely get hard sometimes, you know, because you miss them in the physical form. I know they always around. And it's amazing how hey, Leslie, that the sky's clear when I talked about them. You know, they were great mothers to me. You know, they kept me grounded. Yeah, it is, Davida. It's intense so much. It's a struggle. It really is. It's a real struggle. You know, because it can be real hard. You know, people say it all the time, they understand, but when you lose somebody like that, you know, you love so much dearly, you know, to people who never had that kind of relationship with their mother, you know, it's real hard. And I definitely feel for them. I definitely do, you know, feel for them, you know, to not have that, you know, because my mom, my grandmother, they were all that I had. I had my uncles and them keeping me strong, you know, even when I left the church, you know, to join the Nation of Islam. They might not agree with it, disappointed, but they understood. You know, they understood, because I was in a different direction growing. And my mother, me and my mom, we used to listen to Minister Farrakhan together. She even liked them. We used to sit there, listen to the minister. She loved the way how he spoke. You know, so we shared a lot of things. We might not agree, you know, but I definitely honor her, man. I definitely honor my mother and my grandmother. You know, because my grandmother birthed my mother and my mother birthed me. So I will never forget about them, and I'm happy. And my heart is not heavy. My heart it's just that heart chakra is heavy right now. Thank you, Tara Raymond. You know, this is one of the reasons why I started this platform. Not just to vent, but to share this with the world because there are many people like me that are going through this, and this gives us strength and encouragement. They are there on the journey. You know, uh, I got a big thing coming for y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? I got something great coming for y'all this week, man. And I'm just honored and grateful, and I know that they are happy and smiling down. That the project that me and a good brother did this week, man. It was very great, man. And I know they shining down. I just say thank you. To my to my mothers, man. My mother, my grandmother. For being there for me. I want to say thank you for carrying me for 9 months in your womb. I thank you for coming back down here at this time. It's been a lot of hell, but I want to say thank you for preparing me the best way y'all can, because the seeds that y'all planted in me, they're coming to light. Even me being hot-headed at times, being stubborn, but I wanna thank them for carrying me. Taking me to church, taking me to school. You know, my mom pushed me in the best way I can. I really say thank her, man. She was very protective of me. She loved me to death. Both of them love me to death. I do miss their smile. And it's almost like I can just see them right now looking at me. Because I do miss them. They were some great mothers to me. Both of them were the life of the party of the family. I'm not 100%. You can put up my information stuff. But I just love all the support. Thank you, man. 100%. I love all the support and the love. Because my mother, my grandmother, man, they had smiles that lit up the room. And they were very precious women, man. They loved to see people happy. And I see that same spirit and that same love was in me, man. And they were both misunderstood. Our family, they were black sheep of the family like me. But they had so much love and want to be heard. And I'm speaking for them. Thank you, Monique Hill. Thank you, Grand Rising. We had so much love and wanted to see our family together. And I thank them for passing that same love on to me and being so loving to people. That same love that I had that they wanted to share. I'm sharing this with y'all because they love people and they wanted people to hear about and hear their wisdom. Thank you, HH. And to not be misunderstood. I thank them for, my grandmother told me, she said, "You my favorite grandson because you the only one that listened to me." And I wish they could just appear sometimes and just sit down and talk with me in the physical form. But I know they still guiding me. Because those were the times where I cherish the most. Thank you, Monique Hill. This is relieving a lot of stress and a lot of tension as these tears come down my eyes. I want to say thank you to both of them so I can be here, because this is a part of my assignment. Start this platform. Thank you for helping me to become the young man that y'all wanted me to be. I know I had my struggles. I ran from myself too much. But I just want to say thank them. I want to thank them on this day. But I thank him every day on this special day, to honor them, for being here, helping to raise me the best way I can. This is not hard. It's just I'm releasing a lot, but it's a lot of joy behind these tears because I'm not mad that they are in the ancestral realm, because I'm glad that they don't gotta see the shit that we going through right now. Hey, BJ Martin, but I'm really glad for thank you for everything, for all the memories I had with you, with y'all too. They fed me, they clothed me, they bathed me. Even though I might not have had the relationship with my father like I wanted to. But I'm glad he planted that seed in you so I can be here. Because you carried me in 9 months to be born on January 28th, 1984. In this city of Baltimore, Maryland. So I can be here at this very moment. And if, when I had those suicidal thoughts, that was you in my head, Ma, telling me to keep going. Thank you, Monique Hill. It was you telling me to keep on going. And I know it was hard for me when you left. Hey, Shay Marie. Thank you, darling. Because it was hard as hell for me. When you left, Mama. It took me a long time to process it because I loved you so much. You love me so much. And thank you. Thank you, Angel Cleo. If I didn't fail you as a son, Ma. I didn't fail you because I kept going. I know I might have failed. I know I might have felt like I failed you after you died, but I didn't fail because I kept going. Because I had those suicidal thoughts right after you died. Because I felt like it was nothing to live for because you was a big part of me. Think you felt me get me through. And I want to say thank you to my grandmother as well. Because she dropped something. She dropped something to me right after she left. Matter of fact, right before she left. And I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, I remember she was in her bed. This was right before she made the transition. Hey, Pisces the King. This was a year before she transitioned in 2012. She transitioned in 2013. And she was looking up in it was like she was looking up in the ceiling, giving me her last gem. She said, I'm about to pass on. Hold on, she said, you about to pass on. No, she said, I'm about to pass on, and you're about to live the life you always wanted to live. She said, you about to live the life you always wanted to live. She said, I'm about to pass on, and you about to live the life you always wanted to live, Brandon. It was like she was looking up to the heavens, pretty much saying, get ready because I'm about to depart from you. And go on to live your life because I'm going to be here. Because she used to always tell me, I ain't going to be around too long. And she was 85 when she passed. She lived her life. And I ain't mad. But I'm glad she dropped that. I'm glad she dropped that wisdom on me right before she left. Because she was pretty much preparing me. And I'm glad they're both going to prepare me the best way they can. Even the times when they whipped my ass when I was bad, I want to say thank you because they was straightening me out. Giving me that discipline that I needed. I'm glad I was able to share this with y'all because many of y'all have dealt with this and still going through this. And I want to send y'all a lot of love and encouragement and a lot of peace. And just know that they're always with you. And as I celebrate both of my mothers today, my mother, my grandmother, you know, may y'all continue to be with me. Thank you for protecting me, guiding me. I want to say thank you for all for what y'all been doing. Yeah, you're right, Mooney Hill. Yup, they always speak to us before they go back home. Yup, she knew it was her time. And I think my mom knew it was her time because even though things might not have worked out in my first marriage, but you know, my brother was in Connecticut. He was on his own. And I believe like once I left the house to go on my own at 25 and I was a married man in Colorado, I think she automatically knew her work was done. So they called her home. It broke my heart and saddened me, but her work was done. She helped raise both of her sons to grow up to become men. And I'm so glad, you know what I mean? So I look at that like their work was done. I'm not mad. But when I talk about them, it's for me to like honor them and show the love, you know what I mean? Show love and honor and respect. Because without them, I wouldn't be here to talk about them. So if you got family and friends, if they are crying and you got to let them cry those tears, if they want to talk about them, let them talk about it. This is like a therapy session right here. But I'm mainly honoring them. I'm not sad. I'm really happy because I'm honoring them. It's just I'm thinking about the memories. It's the memories that makes me cry. Because I miss those. I miss having them. That's the thing we got to understand. But people cry, it's the fact that we miss them. We know that they are still there with us spiritually. It's just that we think about those memories that we have with them, that we cherish, that we miss. But we must release that. We must release those tears. They are really tears of joy because we miss them. And we love them that much. You got to understand that when you love somebody so much, and when you share that love and that bond, it's you know what I mean, it takes a toll on you because it's no longer there. You know, you don't have that person that you can lean on, go and talk to. You know, I miss, you know, being, you know what I mean, talking with my grandmother. You know, praying with her, praying with my mother, praying with my mom before I went to school, praying, you know what I mean? I remember the time frame, even at 23. I'm coming home from the club. My mother did not go to bed till I was in the house. And I heard her whispering. I said, what is she doing? And I listened right into the crack of the door. She was in there praying for me. She said, thank you, Lord, for bringing my son home safe. And that even more means a lot. And that right there goes right along to what Beanie Sigel was saying on that song. Mom's praying. Mom's praying. They always praying for you. son or daughter, your mother and your grandmothers, they always praying. And they always say, I worry about you. Now that I'm much older and I'm seeing what's going on, now I overstand even more. Exactly, Monique. Yep, that's right. Memories are what keeps you going. Sometimes it's rough, but they taught us to keep going. Exactly. It does get a little rough. Yeah, it does. It takes so much strength to go on after they pass. It's a lot because that was your love and your support system, and that is no longer going to be around. So that what I mean, it's tough because out here in this world, you're not going to have that too much. It's not about being sad, but when you have that love, from these people, man, when it's gone, the memories and the love is still there, but it's just that it's coming from people that who really truly love you. So whenever I talk about it, it's me keeping the memories alive. It's not about me being sad, or anybody else feeling sad, but it's a form of therapy for them. And when people talk about it, you got to let them talk about it. Don't shut them down. You got to let them talk. If they cry, you know what I'm saying? Exactly right, HH. No one can replace them. Not even your soul family. You can meet your soul family, but that's great and fine. But when you have somebody in your biological family that love you so much, and they transition, they can't be replaced. They can be, it's like, yeah, they come into your life like a substitution, or I won't even say that, or I'm a more so say like they come in, or I'm saying, they come in, but at the same they come into your life, to add on, but they can never replace the ones that you love like them. They can never replace them. No one can replace your mother or your grandmother. Nobody. That's a place that can never be taken away. Someone who gave birth to you can never be replaced. Never. Not even your wife, not even your goddamn children. They can never be replaced. That's a job and an assignment that can never be undone. So if you know someone, you got to show empathy and love towards that person. And whenever they feeling like that, because when they talk, they keeping memories alive. And if they cry, it's because they miss them. And they want to be heard, not to be, not listen to reply, but listen to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's right. Yeah. Only hell, that's right. So I just, yeah, I remember the time I was up in the house bumping the Jay-Z Takeover, and yo said, fuck y'all niggas. My grandma was like, listen to him talk. Fuck y'all niggas. And I started rolling. My grandmother could talk some shit. She was old, but she was wise. She could talk some shit though. My grandmother can talk some shit, like she kept it real. She said, listen to that. You only get a half a bar. Fuck y'all niggas. And I was like, it was kind of crazy, but she kept it real, but I loved her for that. I loved her for that. She would talk, I would listen. My grandmother, man, I miss her so much. My grandmother had such a beautiful soul. Oh, man, I miss her, man. She was such a loving grandmother, man. She be the type. The hell is this? You know what I'm saying? She'd be the type of one, man, that would just have the great big smile, man. Had that great big afro. with them gray hairs, a great big gray afro, them glasses on, that big smile. She be driving that Acura, driving me to church. Stuff like that, man. I just miss, I just miss that smile, dropping her wisdom, but just the love that she had for me, like telling me, I'm your favorite, you my favorite grandson. Her, my mother was always praying for me. I miss her smile. Ah, that good cooking she had. You know, my grandmother being her at 70s or 80s, she still be going to the market and store by herself. Oh man, she be having her fun. My grandmother was hip, man. She could dance, man. Oh man. Yep, she be in her 80s, still walking healthy. Hey man, I miss them, man. But I really love them. I just want to say thank you for everything that they have done for me. For being the beautiful souls that they were. For being the great grandmothers and the mothers that they were for me. Because that right there means a lot. And I honor them. And I want to say thank them for everything that they done for me. Everything that they have done never go in vain. They will forever always be in my heart, my soul, and my memories. Hey, 305 Capricorn, you did, y'all came and did y'all assignments. Your work was done, and I'm not mad that y'all gone and y'all made y'all transition. Because it's pretty much, time to go on and finish my work while I'm on this plane of existence. May y'all two be over me, guiding me, and protecting me. And I want to say thank you for being the great mothers that y'all were. Lula Mae Stovall and Frances Stovall, happy Mother's Day. And I want to send happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and even to all of my future mothers that's coming down. Be great mothers to your sons and your daughters. And I definitely will say, y'all are very important to us. Thank you. Thank you for all of your great work. I'm just trying to get my words together. Thank you for all your great work, for what you've done. Thank you for being the mother of civilization. So-called black woman. Thank you for being the mother of civilization. Thank you for being here on this planet. I want to say thank you to all the mothers out there. Because y'all carry life and carry us. Thank you for everything. For all that you have done. And I'm going to, close out this stream. It's been a beautiful, great live stream. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my day. I'm going to go ahead and let my mind rest. And y'all beautiful mothers out there, y'all have a great and wonderful day. Thank you, Ray Chase. Oh, yeah. And thank you, man, 100% for putting up my information, stuff like that. And I'm glad and grateful. And I want to say thank you, y'all. Love you too. Thank you for all your love and support. And I'm going to close out here. And this your man B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.